Headlines this morning, an Ohio police officer who tased an 11-year-old girl is getting back pay after he was cleared of accusations that he used excessive force. Kevin Brown was suspended for 7 days after he used a taser on a child last August. Investigators say Brown followed police department guidelines, which allow the use of a taser on anyone between the ages of 7 and 70. An internal review determined the girl had been carrying more than $50 in stolen items like candy, beef jerky, and baby clothes. Despite the finding in favor of Brown, the city of Cincinnati gave $240,000 to the girl's family to settle a lawsuit. An emotional hearing in Washington, D.C. as lawmakers discuss whether to fund health care for responders of the 9/11 terrorist attacks.
The House Judiciary Committee is set to vote today on the 9/11 Victims Compensation Fund. And as ABC's Lana Zag now reports, Jon Stewart and first responders called out politicians yesterday for not already providing full funding.
They did their jobs with courage, grace, tenacity, humility. 18 years later, do yours.
An emotional Jon Stewart testifying on behalf of first responders sickened after 9/11, demanding Congress fully fund the 9/11 Victims Compensation Fund.
Your indifference cost these men and women their most valuable commodity, time.
The bill is expected to pass the House today, but advocates say the challenge is in the Senate.
Gosh, I hadn't looked at that lately. I'll have to. We've always dealt with that in the past in a compassionate way.
Former NYPD bomb squad detective Luis Alvarez is facing his 69th chemotherapy treatment.
You all said you would never forget. Well, I'm here to make sure that you don't.
The fund has paid out claims to 22,000 victims, but according to the World Trade Center Health Program, there are roughly 95,000 who could be eligible.
And I am awfully tired of hearing that it's a 9/11 New York issue. Al-Qaeda didn't shout death to Tribeca. They attacked America, and these men and women and their response to it is what brought our country back. And you are ignoring them.
ABC's Lana Zach reporting there. The fund is currently set to run out of money in 2020, and future payouts are set to be cut by as much as 70% if the new legislation does not pass. Police in Texas are soon going to be banned from shutting down children's lemonade stands.
The governor signed protections into law for the traditional childhood fundraisers. The law was inspired by a 2015 case in East Texas when two sisters had their lemonade stand shut down after trying to raise money for Father's Day. The law goes into effect in September.
Gotta love lemonade stands.
Let them sell.
And it's one of those things where it's probably on the books that say, you have to have permits.
Right.
And so they're getting rid of the gray area, which they should.
Yes.
I mean, kids should be allowed to have.
Yes, I love it when kids do lemonade stands.
they're
it's
cute,
awesome.
right?
It's delicious.
And sometimes the adults have a little bottle themselves that can doctor up that lemonade, but I don't
never
know
seen that
anything
before.
about that. 526 out to traffic.